Hello. So I haven't actually done a video for a while, and this YouTube channel and my Facebook posts are pretty much been all over the place. I first started off doing sunrise videos for inspirational thoughts during COVID, and for the most part, for the last, I don't know, year or so, it's probably mostly been focused on farming and sheep. And this video is focused on farming and sheep still, but for a whole nother reason. About 4 weeks ago, a little bit, maybe 4.5 weeks ago, I broke my sacrum. And for those that don't know, because the sacrum is this weird little bone that nobody seems to know what it is, because it's very rarely broken. It's basically that little triangle piece. Actually, it goes the other way. It's a triangle big at the top. Your tailbone is attached to the bottom, your spinal column is attached to the top of it, and your hips are attached to the side of it. So it's kind of the fulcrum. It's the center of everything. And so everything that you do moves it and alters it. It's also a bone that cannot be casted. And so the solution for it is to time, rest in time, and with some very moderate motion, because you don't want to be messing it up, but you also, you don't want to get pneumonia, you don't want to get blood clots, you don't want to get all those things that can happen when you sit still. So like anything, I went looking on the internet, hey, show me the timeline, show me when I'm going to be better, show me what I can do to get better. I'm an action-oriented person. How do I get better? What do I need to do to get better? And I kept running across that basically it's time, just wait, rest, let it rest. But no specific directions. And the timelines ranged everything from 4 weeks to a year, 2 years. I mean, it's all over the place. And so I decided that I probably need to chronicle this for other people who might need to know it. And to be honest with you, I had my follow-up appointment, my 4-week follow-up appointment, Tuesday. Yeah, it would be yesterday. And I guess I'm an optimistic person, and I was really disappointed when I left there. Not because there really was anything wrong. I mean, I really was progressing in the way that they wanted me to. It's just that in my head, they were going to go, great, you're doing so wonderful that you can be released to PT and you can start working and getting stronger and better. And instead, the answer was, see you in 4 weeks, keep resting, and hopefully in 4 weeks we can discuss PT. We can discuss starting to get better and healing in a progressive, active way. And I was disappointed. I went home and I was very sad and just felt awful. I ride horses too, so I start thinking, should I ever ride a horse again? It's been hard for the last 4 weeks. I've had to really ask for help, accept help. Not easy for me to do. I have my sheep. My husband he's been feeding the horses. He's been checking on the sheep. He's been moving fences. My other family members have helped too at times. And it's been hard to let go of the ways that I do things, and I want to be involved in it, and I really can't. And it's hard for me to accept that help. So kudos to my family for putting up with me. But I think this is part of farming too, because there's going to be accidents. People are going to get hurt. Farming is one of the most dangerous things you can do and not, granted, I didn't get hurt farming. I actually got hurt from coming off my horse, which is somewhat farm related, but not really. But it can happen. This could have easily happened by slipping on ice or any other way. A ram could have hit me. 8 million ways I could have been hurt out into the sheep field as well. So how do you plan for it? And so I thought it might be helpful to discuss both what the process is of my healing and letting other people know, and two, letting people know how I'm dealing with needing that help, and how some processes that I put into place in advance of this, not knowing that I was going to be hurt, have helped. So I'll go over a couple of the things that have helped. One is that I already had my rotational fencing up that subdivides my pastures up already for the year. So that helped because it was easier to put them into those and have other people help me put them in, or not even help me. Honestly, I'm not helping at all. They're doing it all. But it was a lot easier because they were already in place. Having the automatic waters. So, water troughs aren't having to be scrubbed and dumped as much, except for the lambs. Having systems in place that move animals very easily having your animals trained to come to your voice, that type of thing, has been really beneficial in terms of making sure the animals are still cared for, and needing as little help as possible, but still having to accept it. And then, really, as a farmer, it's really tough to ask for help and need help. Sometimes it has to happen. So the other part of this was just to talk about like what's happened. Because the sacrum is something that is very rarely broken, there's not a lot of information out there when you go looking. So I can tell you what happened. The first 3-4 days, I laid in bed a lot. Part of that might have been because I had a concussion, maybe too, but I slept a lot. Laying down was the only place that I got any sort of relief, but I was in a lot of pain. I was on, narcotics and everything else that kind of keeps you somewhat comfortable, but it also kept me in bed. I slowly started being able to move with a walker, and really only on flat ground in the house. Really tough to move around. So probably it was around the 3-week mark where I started seeing a very changed. I suddenly started feeling a little bit better. I went off narcotics probably 2 weeks into it. I'm trying to remember now. And I will chronicle this a little bit better as I go forward so that I don't forget things. So I started moving towards, I'm hard-headed, I know I am, right? So I will try to work through pain, and I really can't, and I'll talk a little bit more about why not. And so I purposely don't take a lot of pain meds, partially so that I hurt a little. It stops me from doing stupid things because I'm not too smart when it comes to my own health sometimes. So all I'm taking right now is I take a Motrin and a Tylenol together in the morning, and I try to make that my only pain med for the day. I am hurting throughout the day some, but not substantially. By the end of the day, I hurt a little bit more, but it's time to go to bed then. It puts me in bed, which is maybe a good thing. But I still need to keep moving too. Things that I shouldn't do, things that I've been very clearly told that I cannot do because it will not only hinder the healing, but it also could make it so that I have pain for the rest of my life, or potentially cause me to have surgery going forward, is that I cannot lift anything over 5 pounds. I really can't do anything that could cause me additional pain. There's this underlying kind of like baseline pain. Anything that's past that, I can't do it because it means that that bone is not going to be able to meld together. This is not a bone that can be casted, so it's got to form those little things, knit it back together again, and it's got to be knit together really well. So it can't be like knit, pull, knit, pull, knit, pull. It's got to stay together. So picking up more than 5 pounds would pull upon that because almost every muscle pulls upon that area. Twisting, bending at the hips, so picking up things from the ground, really can't do that. Walking on uneven ground, walking without assistance. So I use a cane now. I have discarded the walker, but I am using a cane pretty much everywhere I go, even if it doesn't hurt. I really just basically you have to move slowly, feel where the pain is starting, and stop and pull back from that pain. So, I swept the floor this morning. Probably wasn't a good idea. I felt it later. I had to lay down afterwards. This has been hard. I mean, as somebody who's, God, I just hate needing things. It's been tough. Shit. Didn't mean to cry, but it has been a really hard thing. I'm so very grateful for the people in my life that have helped me. But it's a tough thing to take a step back, but it's been good too. It's 100% been a good thing for me to realize that I have good people in my life, that it's made me slow down, realize what's important, reevaluate things, and maybe I'll do a video on that and some of that reevaluation. So this is a funny video. I kind of really hesitated on doing it because I thought, geez, nobody wants to hear about my pain and the things that I did stupid to hurt myself. But there's so little information out there to help people who are kind of going through the same thing. And I wish there was a video out there for me to watch of somebody who's kind of going through the same thing. So it's part of farming too. Getting hurt, healing, and getting better. That's part of farming. So I'm going to be posting some videos just on this process and how I'm healing. So I'll try to do them every few days. let you know what's happening, what I'm doing to get better. So that's my video for today. Hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks. See ya.